Hello all, from Rabbitbunvoo at Model Railway Reviews. Today we're looking at Bachmann's J39 060 locomotive in weathered form. So, to begin with, a quick bit of history behind the J39 class. First of all, here's a picture of one in action in its form that we have in the engine behind. And on the back of this is a brief history of the J39 class that Bachmann have included. So, to sum up this history, basically the LNR in 1923 received lots of 060 locomotives that were the standard shunting, pulling engines that the pre-grouping companies had. So they needed a standard design that would be useful and strong and had the standard parts that they could replace. So they made the J39 class. It was intended purely as a freight class by Gresley, the designer, who incidentally also designed Mallard, as everyone mentions. So he designed these locomotives, and the J38, a similar class, was also created partially for passenger use occasionally as well, which were also a stronger class. The J39s did see some use as passenger locomotives under BR, and as you can see here, became rather weathered. So, now that we know a bit more about it, we'll go back to the actual model. So this model was first released quite a few years back actually, but still stands up to today's higher tech standard, let's say. So, we'll begin with the detail, as with all our reviews, and again, what a lot of detail the J39 has. So, I'll just take off the rails here. Right, from the front, gently sprung buffers, vacuum brake pipe, coupling, all these lamp iron hooks and things, smoke box detail from the box, clear crisp detail all down the side, even the undercarriage detail. Nicely weathered job on this one, which we'll come to later. And in the cab, these crew members were provided, not in this painted form, but very easy to paint. So they do come in the box, and you can put them in, and also paint all the detail that's there. So that's a good thing that Bachmann have provided. Very clear and actually very easy. So we'll go on to the tender, which is a 4,200 gallon non-stepped side one, in early BR crest. Again, lots of details, lots of area to add your own, like this fake coal, no, real coal actually, that I've added. Again, sprung buffers, usual, same as front detail at the back, very good, very nice. Good undercarriage detail as well, and even from the box, brake rods fitted. But also what's interesting is how the tender couples up to the engine. So as you can see here, this is a lower hook which hooks into a small bar under there, and that's very easy to fit like that. The only trouble I find is occasional reversing problems, which means sometimes that will lift off, but that's very rare, very rare. So it's a good, easy coupling to fit, and it fits well. So what more do you want, really? So that leads us nicely on to how does the engine perform. So let's take a look from the start. As you can see, that's some very smooth running and a very smooth start just then. Nicely cruising along here, not juttering, not stalling, very smooth. And that's medium speed on the controller. So if we take it up to top speed, and you can see it has a good turn of speed as well. So it may be nice and smooth or nice and fast, but how does the Bachmann J39 do for pulling power? And the answer is fantastically. The J39 is one of the strongest engines that I have or have known of. As usual with Bachmann, they put in very powerful electromagnet motors and also very good quality wheels, which I think help towards the grip. So you can see it just walk away laughing with this heavy goods train full of stone and all sorts, with just no problems whatsoever. So, in terms of performance, the J39 seems almost impeccable, and it is. A really smooth, strong and fast motor if it's needed. which can suit all sorts of work. So this could be a express locomotive, just semi-passenger locomotive, light, heavy freight locomotive or special locomotive, whatever it really needs to be, and that's what they were, sort of almost jack of all trades. So really suited to any BR era layouts. And as you can see, reversing even over tight points is a doddle. It's also worth noting that the Bachmann J39s are very good on gradients as well, and that power comes through on the gradients too, as well as the smoothness. So, having detail and appearance, performance, and problems, of which there are none that I can find, with the Bachmann J39, let's look at how it compares up with sort of value for money. The Bachmann J39s are very good value for money, even from the website bachmann.co.uk. They're less than £100, which is pretty good for trains these days, for this amount of detail and this quality anyway. And elsewhere they're also good. I mean, you can get them all over the internet. I mean, these are particularly old ones, some of them, so you might find them on eBay for less than that. I got this particular example from a second-hand dealer for £40. So they really are engines worth considering, because they're very versatile, very good looking, and yeah, really have minimal problems. So can be used on any sort of layout. It is worth noting that this weathered version is no longer available from Bachmann anymore. They don't produce them anymore, but completely identical non-weathered versions are still available, which have no differences whatsoever, and I'm sure you could carry out weathering yourself. So do keep an eye out for these engines, because they're very high quality, and Bachmann have done a first-rate job at representing one of the sort of most numerous classes ever built for the steam train. So, on the whole, what is a Bachmann J39? Well, a Bachmann J39 is a very high quality locomotive with lots of detail, fantastic performance with both strength and smoothness on the flat and on gradients, good at reversing and brilliant versatile rolls, especially reflecting its history, with lots of potential on lots of layouts, and a really good value for money engine from most places. I really would recommend Bachmann's J39s to any layout, because they're so versatile and such high quality locomotives that you'll be literally stunned by them. I really think they're one of the best locomotives that money can buy. Thank you very much for watching this review by Rabbitbunvoo for www.modelrailwayreviews.com, and see you soon with more reviews. Bye now.